Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of Full Frontal with Jjammm. I am one of your hosts, Modesty Sanchez, and tonight we will be discussing Trump. What's new? Hopefully we have something of importance to talk about, but maybe we do, maybe we don't. We shall see. So, without further ado, let's throw it over to Jyotika, shall we?
Hello and good morning, everyone. I'm Jyotika Agnihotri, and you're back with Full Frontal with Jjammm. A lot of news sources are talking down about our show and how we don't discuss the important issues. So let's take a look at the truly significant events of today's politics, shall we?
Two scoops of ice cream. I'm just kidding off the top, but apparently this little nugget came out of this Time magazine piece where apparently the president gets 2 scoops. You know, everyone else around the table gets 1, and no word if there were sprinkles.
Right. Well, the broader point here is that they were trying to make in the Time article is, you know, like the White House staff has adapted to Donald Trump's taste. So when everyone else gets water, he gets a Diet Coke. When everybody gets 1 scoop of ice cream, he gets 2. Look, my 2 children would gladly be president if they...
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
President Trump was allowed 2 scoops of ice cream while everyone else was only allowed 1. Wow, what a remarkable moment in our history. Today we are joined with political analyst Manav Gandhi to help us interpret what this really means. So Manav, what does this ice cream dilemma truly mean?
Of course. Well, Jyotika, the answer to this question is very complex. It can mean a multitude of things. Firstly, the fact that only President Trump could have 2 scoops of ice cream shows his hunger for power.
This was a very closely kept secret here at the White House. I am told only a handful of top advisors knew this was coming, but I am told just moments ago that the president himself has been considering this, been thinking about this for at least a week. Did not necessarily have the rationale when they first started talking about this, but then asked the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General to look for that rationale and that explanation, and that is what we got this afternoon. But the timing of this, of course, so interesting, Aaron, because the Russian investigation front and center. It is one of the things that aggravates this president more than anything at all. And as you were just reading in that short letter right there, I have a copy of it right here. It's just about 5 paragraphs long, by the president saying that he was essentially vindicated by this Russia investigation, saying he was not a target of this investigation. He is trying to sort of, essentially set the record straight or close the books on this here, Aaron. But that is something that will definitely not happen. The books on this will remain wide open, regardless of who heads the FBI. This is going to keep this story alive, if nothing else, for some time to come. Interestingly, this news was delivered over to the FBI by, an old-fashioned way. The director of Oval Office Operations, a top aide to this president, went over to the FBI this afternoon to hand-deliver this. One problem with that, the FBI director himself is on the West Coast this week, on California. So he found out about that at some point afterward. But no one in the Justice Department was expecting this. The phone calls went out around 5:30 this evening Eastern Time, and the news broke shortly after that.
Hey, I didn't see you there. All right, next up we're going to discuss Trump firing Comey. Now, while many people say he was fired because of his investigation into Russia's involvement in the 2016 election, I think it's because Comey decided that he was sick of having to have only 1 scoop of ice cream. He went up to the Donald and he said, "You know what, Donnie boy? I'm sick of your totalitarianistic regulations over my ice cream. I'm getting not 1, not 2, but 3 scoops." Then Trump just sat there, plotting his revenge. Knowing his tiny hands would be no match for Comey's giant ice cream cone, he just decided to fire him. No, but really, I really think he was fired because the Donald was jealous of Comey's looks. I mean, if you look closely, Comey is just a darker, handsomer version of Trump, and he actually has real hair and human pigmentation. But why did Trump fire Comey? Was it because Comey was combing for him? What does Trump have to hide, though? The fact that he's Vladimir to have Vladimir as his best friend? I don't have the answers, so let's take it over to our political analyst.
Hi.
So, Mona, can you give me your thoughts on Trump firing Comey?
Of course, Modesty. So I believe that Trump firing Comey was very sketch, one could say, for lack of a better word. Now, Trump has really shown his true colors by doing such an action, because I believe he was very anxious about his involvement in Russia and in the 2016 elections. He believed all of this was about to surface, and therefore I believe this action was taken.
Thank you, Manav. Now, back to Juan.
Welcome back. We have some pretty huge news, as Trump has recently fired his FBI director and was then accused of sharing classified information which could have revealed who we got it from and endangered whoever got us this intel.
Shell report from the Washington Post. They claim President Trump revealed highly classified information to Russian leaders during last week's meeting. We've just learned within the last hour that the Russian Foreign Ministry is denying the claims. The White House has also called the story false. But CNN says two former officials with knowledge of the situation confirm the main points of the story are true. The report says the president provided details about an Islamic State plot. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are demanding the administration explain.
Well, if it's true, obviously it's disturbing, but I think we've got to find out more before I could comment on it. If this article, it's an if this article is right, then I think you're going to hear a lot of condemnation from both Republicans and Democrats.
Republican Speaker of the House Paul Ryan has also asked the White House for a full explanation of the facts. Well,
This is the political equivalent to telling everyone in the class who you got gum from. First of all, it's my gum, so be lucky that I even gave you any. Second of all, don't tell people about what I got, because now everyone's asking for my gum and I only have so much. However, there are conflicting reports on how much information Trump gave out. One report said that it was about the Special Access Program, which deals with some of the most classified information we have. Amazing. This is like if Trump didn't just say who he got gum from, but who each person was that had that gum.
So Security Advisor McMaster would comment against this saying, quote, "I was in the room. It didn't happen. Don't worry, guys. A cabinet member who is a part of Trump's cabinet for shady things is telling us to take his word on this. But for whatever reason, I'm not 100% convinced."
Then, Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State, commented, quote, "A broad range of subjects," which only gave me the image of Trump and his cabinet sitting with high-level Russia officials sitting around like a fifth-grade slumber party gossiping. Oh my God, did you just see Putin today? I know something, he can put it in somewhere. The reports continued with more specifics of what they talked about.
They said that they talked about possible methods ISIS could use, things like laptops to make bombs on planes. Somewhat pertinent information that may have helped us out. We can only wait and see what the results come from the information that was good or a bad thing. But a definite overstep of what people think President Trump should have done.
Thanks for watching the show tonight. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and as you can see, we covered the important topics, such as how many scoops of ice cream Trump eats, to Trump firing Comey, and even Trump leaking information that could potentially be extremely dangerous and detrimental to the security of our United States. But we do it with a little bit of humor, because the news is so depressing these days, why make it more so? So, if you enjoyed the episode, we hope that you tune in for the next one, and if so, we will see you then on Full Frontal with Jjammm.